Morning everyone, my name is Audrey. I am stitchywitch42. This is usually my channel about cross-stitch, life, the universe, and everything. But today I'm working on the project. What's the project, you say? Well, the project is 6 folio style journals that I am creating for my co-workers at my store. I want to give these out to them before I retire, which will be happening at the end of April. So what I want to do is make my front cover, and I want it to look something like this. And how am I going to get there? The other night I was thinking about it, and I realized that I had some scraps of perforated paper. And I cross-stitch. So I took little bits like this and I stitched up 6 of them that say project. And then I sat down and I thought, well, how am I going to make it look good on the cover? So I've got those there. My snippet roll that I had, I cut up 6 pieces all about the same size, and I'm going to use those. I looked on my desk to see what else I had. These pieces, if I can pick them up and not throw them back down, they are from the inside of a specimen card. It's the Tim Holtz package that has a specimen card, die-cut specimen cards. It has tabs. It has a little file folder in there. But when these came out, I thought, well, you know, they're kind of perfect and I can use them. I've used some of these in the folio. And I want to let you know right now there is road work going on outside my house. You may hear big heavy machinery going back and forth. You may hear the cement mixer. You may hear grinding. Nothing I can do about it. It's just life. It's my ongoing life. So how am I going to put this together? When I cleaned off my desk the other night, I had actually dumped this little bowl that's full of various scraps that I've kept, which is unusual for me. And I found 6 little bits like this. And I had used these in another project, and they've got mica stains on black paper, and I thought, I can use those. And fortunately, I had 6 of them. And then I wanted to use these little things, but I don't need the full size. So I cut it in half, and I'm going to show you how I put this together. I'm using my Distress Archival Ink Ground Espresso, and I'm just going to go around everything first, just to get rid of any white that might be seen. Although on these the edges were black, so you know it doesn't really matter. I'm also going to go around the perforated paper. I've been collecting things from the store, and the whole idea has been to use them on this project. So I've got bits and pieces from the store there on my desk in a bag, and I'll show you an idea that I had on another video of something to put inside the journal. I'm still trying to decide whether I like it enough to actually include it. Okay. I've got that, and I've got that, and I've got that. Let's grab a journal over here, make sure that I take out all my extra bits and pieces of paper and set those aside. Who am I working on here? Okay. I need to make sure that I get the right name, because if you watch my last video, I was making a little notebook to go inside, and I personalized each one of those. I'm personalizing the front too, so I want to make sure that I have the right person. So, one of the things that I've been doing, we have, what we use at our store is a little schedule, a daily schedule. And I don't know, for the past several months now, well, let me see, today is day 54 from when I retire. I have one that I know I had written on day 144. People are asking me at the store, how long do you have? How long do you have? I deal with numbers all day long, so I've been writing them down. This one happened to be on my 73rd day from retirement, 10 weeks from retirement, and 42 shifts from retirement. And I thought, why not include stuff like that? So I've got my bits and bobs here. I'm going to start with this little thing, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue, not all the way across the top of it, because I'm going to have part of it showing. I'm going to take my stitched piece and put it on top there. And then my husband went to the store the other day and he bought a roll of carpet tape, double-sided carpet tape. And I thought, I can use that. So on the back of this, I have to remember to do it from the right side though. Line it up on that side. And then I'm using my handy dandy scissors to burnish it on the back and make sure that I've got a good stick going. But the nice thing is that you don't see that through there, through the perforated paper. So I think that looks good. Now I just have to play with how I want to set things up here. Ooh, doo, doo, doo. A few weeks back, I started taking photos of the ladies that I work with. And when they asked me what I was doing it for, I simply said it was for the project. They don't know what the project is. This is the project. So I want to get that in there. I don't want that one down first, but I want to get this one glued down. Okay. I finally broke down and bought myself a pair of needle nose tweezers. They were not very expensive, but they are so handy in gluing small bits of paper and getting it stuck down. That could have been a little bit lower, but that's okay. All right. And they're also great for peeling off the back of this tape, because I have no nails. My nails have always been incredibly brittle. And they break all the time. So, trying to pick up little things is a hard thing to do. We have the noisy machine going past outside. All right. So there's that, covering my coworker's name just so that you don't see. Oh, maybe I could do it this way. There's that. What I want to do is I'm going to put it on the journal. This one I still have to cover the edge here. I'm choosing different places because they don't all have to be the same. I have some cheesecloth that I was playing with some inks a while back, and I just mushed a bunch of colors together and rolled my cheesecloth around in it, and it looks lovely and grungy. And since I like grungy style stuff, I want to use this behind it. Okay, so just playing a little bit with my cheesecloth back here, trying to pull it out. A while back, I got this idea from watching another lady's video, and I took a whole bunch of Avery multi-use labels and I inked them and I stamped them, and they're just good for holding things down in place and adding a little bit extra. They don't really hold through the cheesecloth, but things will be glued down on top of them. The other thing that I have is black photo corners. And I want to put those on the corner of this piece just to give it a little extra finished look. So what I did with these is I put a drop of glue on the back. I have these turned upside down so that the black will be on the front. And I'm just sliding that into the corner. And this is just to keep the photo corners on this piece until I get it finished. Because if you've ever worked with photo corners, they like to slip off if they're not glued down. At least that's been my experience. So a little drop of glue there, it doesn't have to be much. Put it into the corner and get all 4 of them done. And since I haven't exactly cut my snippet rolls completely square, you know, it's not perfect. Okay. Those are down. I think it adds to that look. To make sure they stay in place, I'm going to make sure that I get good glue coverage on the corners. And then I'm going to place this so I can see a little bit of those stickers that I've put there. Press it down really, really good. I like the little bit of cheesecloth sticking out. And I have a cover. So the next little thing that I've been doing is I wanted to decorate this little pocket here, and I'm going to use a tab. I'm going to use another little piece of my snippet. I'm going to use another little scrap of cheesecloth. So what I'm doing here is pretty much the same thing. Get everything inked up first. For the tab, I'm using Distressed Oxide Gathered Twigs. Really only need to do one side. And then I want to stamp a number on here. The number I want to stamp on here is 73. Because on the front of the book, that piece of the schedule was from day 73. I got this box of number stamps on Amazon. I like it. It's the second box of numbers that I've gotten. The first one I didn't like so much. But this one actually has slots that they sit in. It's a bit fiddly to close, but if you just kind of squish it together, it fits in. And that's what it looks like if you're interested in going to Amazon and finding it. I don't have an order number. I don't have an Amazon store because I don't do the fancy things. Okay. So again, this one, I've got my piece of cheesecloth. I'm just going to set it right here at the top of the page. Take my little bit of snippet here. I may end up making up another snippet roll. If I do, I will record that to show you how I'm doing it. Not that I think I'm doing anything different than anybody else does, but you know, this is what we do. just trying to add little finishing touches through all of these journals. And these two projects just seem to coincide with each other, so I thought, what the heck? I'm sliding it into the pocket so that I can line up the beginning of the arch of the tab there, and then just squeezing it shut, and there you go. So those are two little things that I am working on to get these projects finished. Again, if you find any value in my videos, I would really appreciate if you would like and subscribe. And thank you very much, and live long and craft on. Bye-bye.